ahead and let the eyes close. Settle into your seat. Allow yourself to come into the room, onto your mat, and into your body. And a very kind person sent me our quote of the day today. I don't know who it's from, but it's something to think about. This is kind of like what I hope I portray my classes to be for you, but just closing your eyes, thinking about this. The goal of yoga. No, it's not handstands, believe it or not. The yoga pose is not the goal. Becoming flexible is not the goal. Standing on your hands is not the goal. The goal of yoga is to create space where you were once stuck, to unveil the layers of protection you've built around your heart, to appreciate your body and become aware of the mind and the noise it creates, to make peace with who you are. The goal is to love, well, you. Come to your yoga mat to feel, not to accomplish. Shift your focus and your heart will grow. So today, even though we're doing some more challenging back bends, some heart openers, I like to call them heart openers because I feel it's a little less stigmatized word. There's less expectations for an opening of the heart. Plus, it's very metaphorical in opening your heart to a lot of different things. But I just like that word, so I call them heart openers. Other people call them back bends. All the same idea, getting yourself nice and open in the front body and strong in the back body. So we're going to do some different poses. Celebrate what you can do, right? So maybe that might be your intention today. So take a nice deep inhale and sigh out. Allow yourself to scan over the body. Checking in, acknowledging where you are, not only physically, but also mentally. Acknowledging those areas a little bit more open. Acknowledging those areas that are a little bit more tight. And acknowledging all those little areas in between. Take a deep inhale. And let it go. So turn your awareness toward your intention. Starting to set an intention for your practice today, knowing where we're going with heart openers. And which ones we're doing, working our way from camel to dancer to pigeon. And just acknowledge what comes up in your mind with that. And allow an intention to start to form. Remember, you're here to feel your body with the poses, not make the pose fit your body. And set that intention in your mind's eye. Bring your hands to your heart center or cupping your heart. We'll set that intention with either one om or a sigh of the breath, your choice. Exhale fully. Full inhale here. Keeping the eyes closed, let the hands come back down to the thighs. Lift up through the chest, then draw in through the low belly. Draw the back of the head toward the back of your room. And then start to deepen your breath. Whatever that means to you, maybe it's equal breaths without any sound. Maybe it's creating that Ujjayi pranayama, that slight narrowing of the back of the throat that allows a little bit of sound to attach to the air. As you start to build your breath and grow it, start to notice the different changes that start to occur in the body and the mind. Building that body awareness. Noticing if any places where you might feel stuck start to feel a little bit more open, just by breathing. Couple more rounds of breath here. Allowing yourself to arrive into the present moment. Wherever you are in your breathing cycle, exhale fully. Allow your chin to drop to your chest, let your eyes blink open. As you inhale, sweep the arms up as your gaze goes up. And as you exhale, interlink the fingers, bring those hands behind your head. Cup the back of your head with your thumbs drawing down your neck, and then inhale, draw your elbows toward the midline. And then exhale, press your forearms up toward the ceiling, so create length in your neck. Good, take another inhale here, press the head into the hands. As you exhale, resist the hands, pull them forward. Good, so nice little traction in the neck here. One more big inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, bring the hands down. Opposite side of that, place one hand on the forehead. Press your hand into your forehead into your hand as you draw back and resist one another. But see if you can get those ears over your shoulders first. And then start pressing. Just find a little engagement. So you're engaged. You're going to notice the outer edges of your neck, maybe even in the throat. Just creating a little bit of awareness in that area. Take one more full inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, takes both arms back all the way up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, extend them out by your sides. Good, as you inhale, take your right arm up, your left arm down. Right hand's gonna come behind the head and left hand's gonna come behind the low back. Good, inhale, take the arms up. And exhale, right arm down, left arm behind you. Good, so we're just gonna rotate that. Inhale, maybe bring them out wide, that might feel better. Exhale, rotate. So little Gomukhasana arms. Inhale out, cow face arms. Exhale behind. So we're not grabbing, we're just finding some range of motion in the shoulders. Inhale out. Exhale behind. Good, one more time each side. Inhale out. And exhale behind. Good, this time we're gonna hold for a moment. Make fists with your hands and then right hand's behind, left hand's under. And then press those fists into the back. Lift elbows to the ceiling, drop tailbone down, draw those low ribs in. And then notice as your head jutting forward, draw that head into the top hand. Exhale there. Inhale, brings the arms out. Make fists, exhale, switch sides. Press hands into the back, press head into the top hands, and then lift up through the chest as the low belly draws in. And take another big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, reaches those arms wide. And exhale, release them down. Go ahead and grab your strap. We're going to do a little bit of stretching with our strap, just getting used to that. So taking the strap in your hands, your palms are going to face down. Your strap's going to be in between your thumb and your fingers. And then make it a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Good, and then imagine you're pulling that strap away. Good, and then as you inhale, take those arms up, let the shoulder blades lift, let the shoulders lift. Exhale, draw the arms back until you feel that stretch and pause. So you're still reaching up, lengthening up, draw those low ribs in so you feel that stretch right along that inside part of your arm into your chest even. Good, can you draw your head back because the head likes to jet forward, at least I know mine does. Good, take another inhale here. Exhale. As you inhale, you're going to keep your right arm up. You're going to send your left arm down and back to the floor behind you. Any little bit. So finding more length on that right side waist. Good. Take another inhale. Exhale. Inhale, brings those arms back up to center. Reach up, lengthen up through the spine, lengthen up through the arms. And then exhale, brings the right arm down as the left arm reaches up. So finding a nice straight arm on the front side as you're reaching back, finding length along from wrist to elbow to shoulder, maybe even into your hip. Inhale, brings those arms back up. Keep reaching up, reaching up, reaching up. And then exhale, draw those hands back any little bit more. Good, feeling it maybe a little bit more across the shoulders, across the chest. And then reach those arms all the way back up. And release that strap. Before you release your strap, if you have one that's with a belt buckle, I want you to take that strap and make a nice little small circle, right? That's gonna go around your foot later. So just do that now. Take a couple moments to do that. And then set that off to the side so that's ready for later. And then make your way onto your hands and knees. Do a few little cat-cows when you're ready. So no rush. If you need any padding, let yourself do that for yourself as well. And then just find your rhythm of your breath again. Your inhales will lengthen, your exhales will round. Just do what feels best to you here. Taking any movements you need to. We'll be here a few more rounds of breath. Feeling that spine lengthen, feeling it round. Notice how it feels today, especially if you did the back bending practice earlier in the week. And just notice how it feels between the shoulder blades, how it feels in the low back. Take 2 more rounds here. And then from here, you're going to walk your knees back just a little bit, toes are tucked. Make your knees even just a little bit wider than hip distance. And then walk the hands out. As you walk the hands out, turn those fingers out slightly so that the little V of your first finger and thumb is pointing towards the top of the mat. So you have a little bit more external rotation. Press into the hands and then press into the shoulders. Lengthen the arms, send the hips back, and then let the chest drop. So Anahatasana, puppy pose. Press into those hands, press into the fingers, and then now drop up through the low belly as you let the chest drop a little bit more. Maybe your head reaches the floor, maybe not. Maybe your chin. Good. Take a couple more breaths. Arms are nice and long and reaching as you draw up through the belly. Exhale here. Press into the hands. Inhale, lifts the chest. Exhale, walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes, find downward facing dog. And take a couple moments there, just pedal, shift the hips, check in. So we're really gonna get into our front body through our lunging here, through our warm-ups. So we're gonna do lots of warm-ups here. You have every option to take a vinyasa if you'd like, or you cannot. You could skip it and just go to downward dog. You could even go to hands and knees and do cat-cow. Exhale fully here. Find some stillness in your downward facing dog. Good. Take another inhale. Exhale. Inhale, takes the right leg lifted to the sky. Exhale, heel to bum, open the hip, find that stretch along the right hip. Inhale, lengthen this leg out. Exhale, draw knee to nose, step that foot forward. Back knee drops. Good. Pause here for a moment, roll the shoulders back. Press down into that back toe. Good, and then draw up through the low belly, bring your hands to your front knee. Shift your hips slightly back. Good, and then as you shift it back, drop the tailbone, roll the shoulder blades back, and then press down into that back foot again. If it feels okay, maybe take the arms up. As you take the arms up, face the palms forward, grip with the mat. Imagine you're gripping the mat, so flex your fingers slightly. Good, take another inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, cactus arms to the right. Draw those shoulder blades onto the back. Good, take another inhale. Exhale. Inhale, takes those arms up. And as you exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, straightens the back leg. Exhale, steps you back, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale there. And exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches to the ceiling. Exhale, heel to bum, open the hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, stepping that foot forward. Back knee is gonna drop. Pause there for a moment. Power up the legs, roll the shoulders back. And then bring your hands to your front knee. As you do, shift your weight back slightly, drop the tailbone low. Go up through the low belly, and then shoulders roll back. And then take those arms up. Good. Lengthen up through the spine, tailbone drops, so you're feeling that nice little stretch on the right side. And then turn the palms forward. Imagine you're gripping a wall or a mat in front of you. Take a big inhale there. And then as you exhale, draw those elbows down, find cactus arms. Take an inhale there. As you exhale, draw yourself toward the left. Good, big inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, takes those arms back up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, straightens the back leg. Exhale, steps it back downward facing dog. Either stay here or child's pose or anything in between. Inhale, shifts the weight forward, plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor. Keep those shoulder heads lifted. Ground through the toes. And then take those hands back behind you. Rotate the palms down and draw those shoulders toward one another. Good. Head lengthen through the head. Press down into the pubic bone. Maybe those feet lift. Locust pose. Take another big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, feet down. Exhale, hands down. Keep the shoulders back. Take an inhale, press back knees. Exhale, extended child's pose. Nice, full inhale, reach through those arms. Exhale. Inhale, shifts you forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, heel to bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, stepping that foot forward. Keep the back knee up if you can. Back knee down is fine too. Inhale, takes those arms up. Good, reach up toward the ceiling, lengthen up. Draw into the low belly, even if that means putting a little bend into the back knee. Good, power up the legs. Big inhale here. As you exhale, take the hands back behind you, face palms toward one another, and then make fists. Draw the fists toward one another, press the knuckles in toward one another as you roll the shoulders back. Good, take another big inhale. Exhale. Release those hands, inhale, sweeps the arms up. As you exhale, cactus arms. Take an inhale there. Exhale, rotate to the right. Take an inhale there. As you exhale, left hand down to the blocker floor. Right arm reaches up to the ceiling. Press down to reach up. Keep drawing those shoulder blades onto the back and then power up that back leg. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, circles that top hand to the floor. Exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Big inhale here. Exhale fully. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, heel to bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, stepping that foot forward, back knee, preferably up, but down is okay as well. And then reach those arms up to the ceiling. Draw in through the low belly, lift and lengthen through the arms. Nice big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, takes the arms back behind you, palms face together. Make those fists, and then see if you can slide the fist into the opposite elbows behind you. Good, opening up the shoulders. Drawing those shoulder blades together. Keep pushing the fist toward your elbows. Take another inhale. Exhale. Releasing those hands, inhale, sweeps those arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Take an inhale, shoulders back, hands back. Exhale, rotate to the left. Good, pause there, take an inhale. As you exhale, right hand down to the blocker floor. Power up that back leg, press down to reach up, and then draw those shoulder blades onto the back again. Good, nice deep breaths here. One more full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, circles that top hand down. Exhale, steps you back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shifts your weight forward to plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor. Come to Sphinx pose. Elbows under the shoulders, press down into those hands. Imagine you're gripping your mat, press down into the toes as you inhale. Elbows draw back, heart draws forward. Exhale, hold, lengthen the tailbone. Take another inhale here. Exhale. Try to keep the heart lifted as you inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, slide the elbows out as your hands come back. Take an inhale, press back knees. Exhale, extended child's pose. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, shifts you forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hopefully you're finding some of those muscles we used on Sunday. You're noticing them, noticing how strong they are or how much you use them. Exhale fully. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, heel to bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, stepping that foot forward. Back knee's gonna come down again. Take your right foot, walk it out toward the right. Press those hips forward, roll the shoulders back. So you're staying up on fingertips, maybe press into a block, rolling those shoulders back, letting the hips drop forward. Keep the foot on the right side parallel first. We'll turn it out in a moment. Take an inhale there. And then as you exhale, just shift the hips back and a little bit, straighten that front leg. Pause there, draw that right hip back, left hip forward, lengthen the chest forward. Breathing into the hamstring. Another big inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, bends you into that front knee. This time, take that right foot, turn it off your mat, your heels on, toes are off, and then bend into the front knee, rotating that right knee out to the side. Opening up the chest, draw the shoulder blades onto the back, so your heart opens, so a little bit of a little heart opener here. Feeling a stretch in that left hip. Good, take another inhale. Exhale. Inhale, comes back to center. Exhale, plant the hands as you walk the foot to the center line. Step it back, downward dog. Big inhale there. And exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, heel to bum. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, step the foot forward. Back knee is gonna drop. Left foot's gonna walk out to the left side of your mat. Pause there as you let those hips drop forward. Good, so really getting into the stretch here. Keep drawing in through the low belly to really lengthen that right hip. Keep squeezing left leg in, so there is a little bit of energy in that left hip. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, shifts you back. Exhale, press into that left heel. So getting a little bit into the calf, that hamstring. Draw that left hip back, right hip forward as the heart comes forward. One more full inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, bend you back into that knee. As you exhale, turn the toes off the mat. Drop the hips forward and then rotate that left thigh out. So you're getting into that leg, a little bit of a hip opener, and then find a little bit of that chest opener. Roll the shoulders back, draw the shoulder blades together. Take another inhale here. And exhale. Inhale brings you back to center. Exhale steps you back, plank. Downward facing dog. Inhale, bring you forward to plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor. Good, ground down into the toes. Hands are gonna stay by the side as you inhale, shoulder blades together, press into the hands, Cobra Pose. Lengthen through the tailbone, press into the tops of the feet, heart forward, grip that mat. Imagine you're pulling yourself forward. Engage those back muscles. And exhale, lower. Keep the shoulder heads lifted, tuck the toes, press back knees or toes to downward facing dog. At any time along the way, you always have child's pose before downward dog as well. Exhale fully. One more round here. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, heel to bum. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, step it forward. Back knee down again. Take that right foot, walk it out to the right. Shift the hips forward. Good, and then from here, we're gonna go into two types of twists. We're gonna do first a quad stretch without a twist and then with a twist. So from here, bring your hands to your front knee. If you need your strap, grab your strap here. You're gonna shift your hips back, bend your back knee, either lasso your foot with the strap or grab your foot. Start pulling your foot toward your glutes and maybe shift the hips forward. Breathe. Big quad stretch. First of many. Good, if you need to keep your hips back, totally fine. If you need to keep your hand on the floor, totally fine. Good, one more breath here. Exhale. Slowly release that down. Bring both hands to the inside of the foot. Let those hips come forward. Good, and then either left hand on a block or the floor, you're gonna shift the hips back, take your right arm up to the ceiling, reach it back behind you, and then draw that back foot in again. So a little bit of a twist and a quadricep stretch. So you can find a twist first by resisting hand and foot, open the heart, or keep opening the heart and now bend the back elbow, drawing heel toward bum. Maybe left elbow goes to floor, if that feels good. 2 more breaths here. Notice where you feel it. You should be more toward the top of your knee, not on your kneecap. Exhale fully. Good, release that leg, hands to the floor. Step it back, downward dog. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, heel to bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, step it forward. Back knee is gonna come down again. Good, walk that left foot out just a little bit. Let those hips drop forward for a moment. Good, and then shift the hips back. You're gonna use your right hand to your right foot. Grab the right foot, lasso it, whatever you need to do so that you can find that stretch. Maybe hand to knee is a little easier than to floor, but find that stretch. And see if you can draw the hips forward so you're not right there on your kneecap. If you don't have that there yet, make sure you pad it so you're not feeling that sensation of bone on bone. Take another breath. Good, then go over, slowly release that. Bring hands to the floor, let those hips drop forward for a moment. And then shift the hips back. Right hands to the block or floor. Take your left arm, reach it up to the ceiling. Exhale, back to the back of the room, bend the back knee, grab that foot. Good, so resist, find a little bit of an opener first, and then keep the opening as you bend the elbow, drawing heel toward bum any little bit. But the intention of feeling the stretch by using your body in different poses here. Different actions. Exhale fully. Inhale, release the leg. Exhale, hands to floor. Plant those hands, step it back, downward facing dog. Nice full inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, rolls you forward, plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor. Keep those shoulder heads lifted. Hands are gonna stay by the side, ground those toes. Inhale, cobra, maybe lift the cobra a little bit more, but pull the hands back as the heart comes forward. Shoulders are drawing away from the ears because your neck is growing long. And exhale, release. Tuck the toes, keep those shoulder blades on your back. Press it back, downward facing dog. Big inhale there. Exhale. Put a little bend into the knees. And as you inhale, start to walk those hands back towards your feet. Once your feet are firmly on the ground, bend deeply into the knees. Let the head dangle. Give a little nod, yes. A little shake, no. Maybe interlink opposite hands and elbows and dangle. And let yourself rock from side to side. Exhale fully here. Hands release to the floor if they're not there already. And then hands to knees or shins, lengthen out, big long spine, inhale here. You're gonna draw in through the low belly, imagine you're laying on the ground. Maybe you can take those hands to your hips, elbows point up. Good, maybe you take those hands behind the back, interlink the fingers, draw the shoulder blades together, so lift those shoulder heads, lift the elbows, and then press your knuckles into your low back to lengthen the spine forward. Getting a stretch here into the chest. Take another inhale, press through those legs. Exhale. Standing into the end of the legs, inhale, lifts the chest. As you exhale, extend the hands toward the floor, lift the chest to the ceiling. Chin lifts to the ceiling. Good, imagine you're on your belly, doing a little bit of locust pose, engage those back muscles. Exhale here. Release the hands, inhale, sweeps the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good, just one half sun salutation here. Inhale, sweeps the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, refold. Press into the feet. Inhale, brings the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. From here, we are going to do a little flow, so make your way to the top of your mat. Have your blocks handy in case you need them. Grounding down here. Good. Exhale fully here. Inhale, takes those arms up. As you exhale, grab onto the right wrist. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean it to the left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lean it to the right. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. As you exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Downward facing dog to begin. Either stay here, inhale, roll forward plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, meeting up, downward facing dog. Exhale, fully here. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky, pause there. Exhale, look to your toes, all 5 toes point to the ground. Engage your back body, inhale, lift. And exhale, step the foot forward. A little bit wider for warrior 1, drop your back heel. Inhale, takes those arms up. Exhale here. Interlink those hands above your head. Bend the elbows, find those hands around the base of the head. Squeeze the elbows in, lift the forearms to the ceiling, and then add a little bit of a heart opener, lean back into those hands. Press into the front foot as much as the back foot. Good, elbows lift, another big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, chest to center. Exhale, arms reach. Inhale, straightens the front leg. Exhale, hands to your hips as you adjust your feet for Parsvottanasana. Both hips point to the front. Either hands, fist touching, or elbows and fist touching. Roll the shoulders back, take an inhale. Exhale, lengthen forward. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward as you continue to lengthen down. Good, so find a nice stretch in that front hamstring. Power up the back leg and then power up your upper back. Another big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, bends into that front knee. As you inhale, press yourself up, reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, hands to heart, come onto the back toe, wiggle it back, coming into that nice low lunge for a twist. So your choice, either left elbow, right knee, or left hand to floor. Doing a twist to the right, maybe a little deeper. If you have any other variations of this twist that you would like to do, you have that as an option. Good, another big inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, releases those hands down. Pause there, take an inhale. And then exhale, downward dog. Either stay here or inhale, roll forward plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes, keep those shoulder heads lifted. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, meeting up, downward facing dog. Big inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, pause, look back. All 5 toes point to the ground. Engage those glutes. Inhale, lift higher. And then exhale, step the foot forward. A little bit wider for Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, brings those arms up. Good, power of the legs. Interlink those fingers. Bring the hands behind you. Above your head, not behind you, behind your head. Elbows in, lift elbows up, finding that little bit of a stretch through the front body, into the shoulders, into the triceps, the backs of those upper arms. Good, lean it back, find a little bit of a heart opener, keep squeezing elbows in. Exhale. Inhale comes to center. Exhale, arms up. Take an inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, hands to your hips, adjust your feet. And then finding your version, either fist and fist, Maybe your opposite arms on top. And then inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, lengthen forward. Right hip's gonna wanna stay back, that's easier. Draw that right hip toward your left big toe. Good, keep lengthening along the spine. Draw the shoulder blades toward one another. Hands and fists and elbows toward one another. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bends into that front knee. As you inhale, stand up, reach the arms to the ceiling. And exhale, hands to heart. Good, wiggle that back foot back. Finding your twist, so either right hand to floor or rotate to the left, right elbow, left knee. Power up that back leg if it's straight, and then draw those hands to your heart. Good, any deeper variations that you'd like to work on? Can you draw those shoulder blades together? Can you find that cactus arms? Can you find that engagement? Feel the pose. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, hands to floor. Good, take an inhale there. And then exhale, step it back, downward dog. Either stay here or inhale, rock forward plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes. Inhale, shoulders draw back, heart lifts. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Nice full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rock forward to plank, a little bit more of a shoulder opener. Exhale, bring those elbows to the floor. Good, interlink your hands, press your knuckles down. Elbows are gonna be slightly in front of your shoulders. So they're not right overneath. We're gonna kind of do a little different variation of dolphin. Shoulders slightly forward, lift the hips, press the hips back. A little bit of a shoulder stretch here for the shoulders. So your head might touch the floor. Totally fine. If it gets in the way of the stretch, just start to lift the head a little bit. So you might find a deeper stretch here for those shoulders. Bend the knees if you need to, so you can send the hips back more. 2 more breaths. Inhale, shifts the weight slightly forward. Exhale, knees down, find child's pose. Take those hands either forward or back. Rest here for a few moments. Just check in with that upper back. Exhale fully. Just we've warmed up our quads, we've warmed up our shoulders. We're going to start going into our main focus of those heart openers. So from here, you're going to shift your way forward, hands and knees. If you need padding for your knees, place that padding there now, because we're going to go into Ustrasana or Camel Pose. And I'm going to show you 2 different ways, and then we're going to do it 3 times. So then the 3rd time, you get to choose which way you want to do it. So if you have blocks and you know you need your blocks, place them back by your heels. I'm just going to place this one on the inside just so you can see what this heel does in case you don't need it. You just notice there's a little extra lift of the block that's not your heel, so you might need that, right? So I'm going to start with my toes tucked. If you know you're more open in camel pose and you can lay your feet flat, please do. So to start, hands are beyond your hips. You're going to drop your tailbone, pull in through the low belly. Good. Chin is at neutral, and then you're going to bring your hands onto your low back and draw those shoulder blades together. Good. And then start to lift the heart, lengthen tailbone to knees. Good. Keep squeezing your knees toward one another. Press into the tops of the feet. Keep rolling the shoulders back. Maybe your hands reach both at one time, either back to the blocks or to your heels. Good. So keep pressing the hips forward. Chin is more toward your chest as you're opening the shoulders back. If it feels okay, maybe lift your chin slightly to the ceiling. If that gets to be too much for your neck, chin more toward your chest. Keep powering up those legs. Another inhale. Exhale. At the same time, inhale, push your chest forward, hands to hips. And then exhale, sit it back either on those heels or if that blocks between your feet, sit on the block. Hero's pose. Enjoy that head rush. So the next one, take a look first. I'll walk you through it while you're resting. So the next one, you're actually going to start low. And so I find this easier for me for my low back. I don't drop into my low back. I use the strength of my quadriceps, the fronts of my legs. So with this one, when I set myself up, my hands are going to be on the blocks or the heels. I find it easy with my heels. And then as I go, I'm going to roll those shoulders back, and then I'm going to push my hips forward into the pose. I just find this helps me. It's very similar to bridge now, right? So we're on the floor, right? Think of me in bridge. And all I'm doing is using the strength of my legs to push up, right? And then to come back down, same thing, a lot of quad strength to come back and rest. Let's give it a try, all right? So tuck your toes. Maybe you need that block a little bit higher if your feet, if it's not quite good there, so that block's there. And then hands to your heels. Good. Roll the shoulder blades back. Imagine you're laying on your back. Good. Power up the core and then press those hips forward as you roll the shoulders back more. Good. Breathe. Keep squeezing the knees toward one another, tailbone toward knees. Big inhale here. Keep squeezing shoulder blades together as you exhale. Hips come back down. And pause. Good. So you have one more. You can choose. Do you want to come in from up? Do you want to come in from down? Your choice, right? So I just found that was a big game changer for me during this course. I was like, wow, it's so much easier from the ground than from standing for me. So last time, set yourself up. So either from heels at bum or lift your hips, take an inhale, shoulder blades onto your back wherever you are. And then exhale, press those hips forward. Good, opening up the chest, lifting the chin, tailbone down, heart lifts, another big inhale. Exhale. Slowly as you inhale, coming down. And then exhale, rest sitting on those heels. If it's not good on your heels, you can sit cross-legged, but just pause there. Good. Nice big inhale. Exhale. And then take those hands out forward. Find downward facing dog. Good. Pedal it out, lengthen. Notice if you find a little bit more length, a little bit more space where there was blockage before. And then bend into the knees. Your choice, either hop forward or walk your hands back. Come into a forward bend. Exhale, fold. Good. Press into those legs. Inhale, brings the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good, coming into our next one, Natarajasana. So take that strap, find a wall space if you are feeling balance is not your thing today. So I'm going to show you two different ways with this. So taking your strap, and you're going to place it around your right foot to begin. And when you place it around your foot, get it nice and close to your foot, so it's not going to move. So make it tight. So it's right next to your foot. I'm going to use this wall for balance so I can show you. Good. Once you have that strap around your foot, you're going to drop your hand down. You're going to turn your hand with the strap so that your palm faces up, right? Your palm is facing up. Good, we're getting there. Awesome. Good, now draw your knee toward me. Ground down. I'm using the wall because I'm a little wobbly, right? You're going to take your right elbow, draw it into your side waist, right? Keep it in your side waist. And you're only going to let that strap slide through your hand so that your elbow can move. So now all that's going to happen, your arm is facing out, so you're kind of like holding a platter, right? And now all you're going to do is you're going to take your elbow and you're going to swing it up toward the ceiling as your knee goes back. So now you are in a little bit more of a dancer pose. Good. Once you're there, lift. Maybe that left hand can join. You can readjust those hands, both elbows up. Now hinge forward ever so slightly. Press foot into strap. Lift the elbows, lift the hands. Good. Find the opening in the upper back that we've been practicing. Good. Take another inhale. Exhale. To come out, you're just going to slowly release the grip on that strap and let your foot come down. Ha! Two sides. Let's do the second side. Awesome. Good. Placing that loop around the second side. Don't worry, the pigeon that we're going to do on the floor, very similar to this. I'm going to use this wall for balance now. Good. So taking that strap, turn your palm up. Right, elbows in at your side, knees down. Good, so you're holding a platter. Good. Grounding down. Good, and then once you're there, you're going to take that elbow, sweep it forward. So your hands coming to your shoulder, elbow up, hand goes back, knee goes back. Good, find your balance there. If it's accessible, opposite hand finds the strap too. You can even just take that opposite hand and lengthen it forward. Hinge at the hips slightly, pull into the low belly, and then press elbow up, foot back. Good, breathe. Good, that standing leg has a little bit of bend into it. Another inhale. Exhale. Then to come out of it, lift the chest, let that strap slide through the hand, and release it down. Huh. Well done. Same idea, we're going to do that on the floor. Good. Take that strap, just leave it there for a moment, and come to downward facing dog. Good. Come to your knees, and then with this pigeon, you have a couple options on how you want to do it. You can do it from a lunging position, which I recommend. It's just going to give you more space. You're going to be a little bit more off the floor. If you have the flexibility and you're used to doing king pigeon, go ahead and come into pigeon pose, right? But you might need something under that right hip so that you don't fall over, right? So my right foot's forward. I'm going to put the strap around my left foot. Making sure it's nice and snug there. Good, and then same idea. We've been in this pose before. 8-foot strap gets tangled, right? So your hand could be on your knee, platter with your hand, elbow in, and now you're gonna bring your hand to your shoulder, elbow forward and toward the ceiling, and then maybe you stay here, maybe that right hand joins, and you lift elbows up as you press the foot back. Good, breathe. Find that opening in the upper back that we've been working on. Take another inhale. Exhale. Slowly as you inhale, release the strap through the hands, and then hands to the floor. Step it back so you're on your hands and knees to switch the strap around. And so reaching back, switch the strap. Take your breath. And so that as you get more comfortable in this pose, once your hands are up and you find more openness in your back, you just kind of walk those hands down a little bit more toward that foot. Left foot's gonna come forward. Reach back, grab the strap. I'm gonna turn around here so you can see. Holding that strap like a platter in your hand, elbows in at your side. So this is just gonna keep your arm being open. And then you're gonna draw your hand to your shoulder, draw your elbow up as you bend, your knee is bent, and then find your balance. So elbow reaches the ceiling, hand reaches to foot, foot toward the bum, and maybe left hand joins the strap. Now push both elbows to the ceiling, push the foot to the back of the room, and breathe. Good, opening through the upper back. Another big inhale. Exhale. Good, slowly as you inhale, release that strap. Ooh, release the hands. Find child's pose, downward dog, vinyasa, whatever you would like. We'll meet up down into child's pose. And once you're there, think about what happened, celebrate what you did, and then let it go. It was just another step in your journey. It was a way to feel your body by using your body in a different pose. Go ahead and reach yourself forward, sitting up, coming into a seated position. Taking those legs out wide. Just a nice, easy forward bend here. So just sitting up tall, so not your deepest of deepest yet, right? So we're just doing a little counter to those heart openers. And just walk the hands toward the middle and pause. So I just go just a little bit. I even like to rest my hands on a block because it feels good. Power up the legs. The legs are active. Press into the heels. Imagine drawing your heels toward your hips as you lengthen the heart forward. Exhale here. As you inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate to the left ever so slightly. So just a little bit of a twist. So press into the hands to draw the left shoulder back, right shoulder forward. Press into the legs, maybe lean forward a little bit. So just a little bit of a twist. Come back to center. And then over to the right. Square the chest up toward that right leg. And then maybe a little bit of a fold. We'll go a little bit deeper in a moment. Just allowing the spine to come back to neutral after all of that opening in the upper back. And back to center. Pause there, lengthen out, maybe a little bit further. Maybe your forearms can come down. Maybe you find a little bit of rounding in that upper back. So the upper back's been it's been extending a lot, so it's been opening. So now just flex it and round it forward a little bit. Especially in that upper back, we like to have that. That's kind of like the natural curve of our spine, so this will feel good to it. Might even feel good as a release into the low back. And then lengthen back out. Go back over to the left, twist a little bit more. Maybe you lengthen out a little bit more. Maybe you find a little bit more extension here. Maybe your right hand finds your left leg anywhere and draws that right shoulder down. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale through center over to the right. Lift the chest, draw that right shoulder back, and then lengthen forward. Good, maybe that left hand finds your right leg anywhere, but then take that left shoulder and draw it down. Low belly draws in, chin lengthens out. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale back to center. Go ahead and hang on to the underneath of your knees, lean back, bring those heels in. And then your choice, you can go into Baddha Konasana and fold forward, or you can do crossing the shins to fold forward. If you cross your shins to get more into the hips, just make sure you switch them after about 2 or 3 breaths. So whatever's going to feel best to you. If you're folding forward and you find this is too much in Baddha Konasana, just cross the shins. You're going to feel a little bit more into the hips. So maybe you want your hips to get a little bit more stretch. Just kind of noticing what your body needs today. If you're crossing your shins, cross them the other way. If you're still in Baddha Konasana, stay there. Couple more breaths. Just bringing that awareness to the body, checking in here at the end of practice or the beginning of practice. And then slowly coming up. Your favorite form of a twist, it could be seated or it could be reclined, whatever you would like to do. I'm going to stay up seated, but if you want to go into reclined position because it's toward that time of the practice, you're going to take your right leg and twist to the right first. So I'm just going to do a seated twist. It's nice and simple. If you're reclining, just shift your hips a little bit to the right before you drop that right knee over you. Any variations of a twist for you. Just allowing yourself to rotate in the spine. Deepen your breath. Take one more breath here. And then as you're ready, switching sides, doing so mindfully, no rush. Going in slowly and then deepening that twist as it feels better. And just kind of notice how your twists feel. A lot of times when we do a lot of the heart openers, our upper back's a little bit more mobile, so our twist might be a little bit deeper, might have a little bit more range of motion. You just notice. Go ahead and unwind after another breath. If you're not on your back already, go ahead and lay down onto your back. We are at our 1 minute time limit. 1 minute, our 1 hour time limit. So if you need to go somewhere else, lay back at least for 10 breaths in Shavasana. If you're here for the duration of the class, find a little happy baby. Rock it out, or any other pose on your back that's gonna feel good right now. I understand that I love happy baby, it feels great in my body. Maybe it doesn't do the same for you. Whatever's gonna help you and your practice. And then when you're ready, use any props that you might need, any support as you lengthen out into Shavasana. And then let yourself fall out into that pose. Releasing any hair bands that might be in your head so that your head can rest back fully on the floor. And then whenever you're ready, take a nice full inhale here. And then sigh it out. Allow yourself to settle into stillness, into your breath, into your body, as your body surrenders into Shavasana. Taking us into Shavasana here by reading you that quote of the day. The goal of yoga, it is not handstands if you can believe. The yoga pose is not the goal. Becoming flexible is not the goal. Standing on your hands is not the goal. The goal is to create space where you were once stuck, to unveil the layers of protection that you've built around your heart, to appreciate your body and become aware of the mind and the noise it creates, to make peace with who you are. The goal is to love, well, you. Come to your yoga mat to feel, not to accomplish. Shift your focus and your heart will grow. Take one big inhale there. Sigh it out. Surrender into Shavasana. I'll bring us out with 3 bells. Take rest. If this is feeling good and you need more time to restore, please feel free to stay here. Otherwise, if you're ready, start to deepen your breath. And on your next breath, bring some movement into the fingers and toes, maybe even the wrists and ankles. On your next breath, reach your arms back behind your head, slide your feet together, give yourself a nice long stretch from head to toe, to hands to hips. And then as you're ready, draw your knees into your chest, maybe giving them a little squeeze or maybe windshield wiper the legs, whatever is going to feel best for you. When you're ready, using your arm as a pillow, roll over to your favorite side and pause there. Take a moment here to acknowledge the shifts and changes from the practice, not only physically, but also mentally or emotionally. And then when you're ready, mindfully press yourself back up to seated. If your eyes have opened along the way, allow them to close as your hands come to your heart center. Allow yourself to be in the room, on your mat, in your body. Again, just scan over the body, check in. Notice how the spine, the shoulders, the hips are feeling. Notice the front side of your body and the back side of your body. Bring that intention back to mind. Allowing the strength, the energy, and the breath of this practice to help you as you transition off your mat into your day ahead. We'll seal everything in with one final Om or sigh of the breath. Exhale fully. Take a nice full inhale. Bowing your head slightly. Taking a moment. Think of one thing in your life that you truly are grateful for. And hold on to that image in your mind's eye as you raise your head with a smile. Thank you for joining me again, exploring heart openers. Drink lots of water, eat your veggies for some luck. Namaste.